Hey there, everybody. It's your girl Barbie J here with the recap and review of Tyler Perry's comedy drama, The Oval, Season 5, Episode 22, Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Do 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 Wild Wild West. Do 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 the Wild Wild West. I remember that Rap Bird song. Do y'all remember that? Was that Cool Mo D? Who sang that? I think that's who it was. Anyway, before we get started with this recap review, if you are new here and haven't subscribed to my channel, or if you are returning here and haven't subscribed to this channel as of yet, please take a moment right now and hit that subscribe button. Then hit the notification bell and select all, and it'll let you know every time I upload any new content to this channel. Then I ask that you smash that like button, which is the thumbs up button, write a comment, join the conversation, and share because sharing is caring. Now let's get started with this craziness. It starts off with Richard and Nancy. He doesn't want to stay in the house with Nancy, so he decides to go into work. Nancy asks him to hold her because she's hurting and she feels that they need each other right now. Which she got a point. And Richard's like, nah, babe, I ain't holding you because I'm filing for a divorce. And she's like, say what? Richard, you can't do it to me, Richard. And he's like, there ain't no reason for us to stay together anymore. And Nancy's like, but please reconsider due to all the years that we've been together. I've been with you through all thick and thin. And Richard's like pissed because he's saying all these years she ain't never told him the truth. And I'm sitting there going, Richard, let's be for real, baby. You know good and damn well, had she told you the truth years ago, you still would be acting the same damn way. So why are you trying to act like it makes a difference how long ago she told you? Then we got Priscilla. She rides to the White House and gets a call from Simone asking what's going on at the White House and who made the call. And she lets her know that she isn't sure what's going on and that her husband Eli made the call. Simone said he's not answering his phone right now and asks Priscilla to let her know when she finds out anything because this all sounds so serious. And Priscilla said she will. So Priscilla hangs up and she's asking Alonzo, because she's at that security check-in thing, what's going on. And he tells her that the first lady hit her head in the bunker and now she's in the infirmary. Priscilla lets him know that she already knew this and that's why she's not surprised. Then he tells Priscilla Victoria is out of the infirmary and she wants to know how. But Alonzo tells her he doesn't know. But strange things have been happening around there. and he's like, he right about that. He also tells her that he heard Secret Service agents are being replaced by the orders of President Eli and that they are all on high alert. So now at this moment, Alan comes in through that same security entrance they go in and out of, and Priscilla leaves. And he starts asking Alonzo questions, in his little stank, arrogant way that he talks to people. He try to talk down to them. And he's asking about what's going on and saying that Alonzo should know what's going on. And Alonzo says that he told him all that he knows. And Alan's like, are you sure about that? Then asks, who else did they call in? And Alonzo gave him a few more people's names, but that was that. And so now we have Kyle asking Dale if he's still at his house. And Dale says yes, but he's leaving. And Kyle tells him he can't. And Dale says, why not? Because then you're going to call that guy, the pimp, and tell where I'm at. And Kyle says, no, this is different now because you heard some very top secret info. And Dale says, who am I going to tell? And Kyle is like, you may try something. So you stay put. And it's not a request. And then he asked Dale, did he like hearing him having sex with Donald? And Dale is like, no. But then as Kyle is trying to convince Dale that he's lying, Donald walks in and Kyle jumps up and asks if he's on a business call. And Donald looks at him very suspiciously and asks if he found anything out about what's going on. And Kyle says no. So then Donald tells Kyle to stay in his office and wait for him to come back because he's going up to the Oval to see if he can find out something. Now they switched over to Victoria. She's showing up to the Oval and they don't let her in until she's announced and given the okay by Eli. And she gets pissed about that, telling Max don't touch her no more, you know. And so she gets inside and lets Eli know that Hunter had her in the bunker and that she hit her head, and that's why she was in the infirmary. And she lets Eli also know that, her father is furious and that he's going to destroy Hunter. And Eli thinks that's a bad way that Victoria's father is thinking. And he feels, cooler heads have to prevail so that things don't blow up. He wants to go to the legal route by, filing all the articles they need for the 25th Amendment. And Victoria doesn't want to do that. She wants to destroy Hunter. So Eli asks Victoria to call her father and ask him to allow himself, Eli, to handle things his way, since her father is the one who put him in office, which makes sense. So Eli wants to prove he can handle the job as president. And Victoria asks what happens if this doesn't work. And Eli said, well, then he can do whatever he wants. But I'm still not understanding, why does Eli feel that Simone shouldn't be there? If he's president, Simone is first lady. So now at this moment, Donald walks up to Max and Bobby wanting to see Eli, and they say he's in a meeting and can't be disturbed. Donald asks with whom, and they tell him they cannot divulge that info, and Donald asks them to please let Eli know that he'd like to speak with him. And I'm like, didn't Eli fire Donald about a week ago? Why is he still there in the White House? Somebody tell me down in the comment section, please. And now we have Richard showing up to work, saying that he couldn't do it anymore. He just needs to work. And I was like, do what anymore? Somebody let me know what he talking about. He up there talking about, I'm thinking he's talking about either being around Nancy or sitting home thinking about Barry's death. What do y'all think? Then Priscilla updates him on what's going on and mentions there are a ton of Secret Service agents out there. And Richard says he's been working in this White House a long time and he doesn't think that's who they are. And he tells her why. And then she has to agree with him. And I'm like, how come Priscilla doesn't know that those guys out there are special forces? Aren't they the same guys she hired to beat up Sam? Remember Sam asked her, what are you doing with special forces in my house? Remember he said that, y'all? Anyway, then Priscilla starts annoying Richard about being there, and he tells her not to push him. And you know what song popped in my head? Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. I don't know why all these rap songs is popping in my head, y'all. Anyway, she lets him know that she was just trying to, help him out, since he's got a lot on his plate. And he understood and said thanks. Then we got Sam. He comes in and asks Richard and Priscilla if they've seen the president. And Richard responds, but Priscilla turns her back on him. Now, come on, Priscilla. She was really and truly getting on my nerves. He said it's serious, and she's still being funky and wouldn't say a word after being nice to him at Richard and Nancy's house earlier that day, touching Sam a couple of times while talking about Barry. I was like, look at her. Anyways, Sam tells that he had Jason in their basement, and then Priscilla wants to chime in with all of her funky attitude, saying, Sam, what were you thinking having that creepy bastard in my basement? And Sam said he had no place else to take him. And she's getting all loud and stuff, saying, this don't make no sense. And Richard's telling her to be quiet and let Sam finish. And Sam says they raided the house, and Priscilla said, my house? And he said, yes, they raided the house and took out my agent. So Priscilla's thinking that's why they're all there, because it's a setup. And then Sam lets them know he's got to get more information before going to see Hunter, and he wants to make sure that they are the ones who have Jason. So Sam leaves after asking them both to let him know if they hear anything, and of course Priscilla just stared at him as he left. And so now back to Max and Bobby, who were standing outside of the Oval door thinking that Victoria and Eli are inside having sex, which they are not, But they get informed that the actual First Lady, Simone, is on the move and headed towards the White House. Max wants to be a good old Boy Scout and warn Eli right away. And Bobby basically wants him to get caught. So Max says he'll give him 10 minutes, to before letting them know. And Bobby said, "Oh, he only needs 5." He said that's what I heard. He said, "Oh, she pillow talks with you?" He said, "Yeah, she tells me everything. That's why she wants to be with Bobby, baby." I said, "Oh God, here we go with that again, y'all." So as we see, Victoria and Eli are not having sex. She is just hung up with her father, who's saying that he'll give Eli 1 hour to get Hunter out of that doggone White House. And he tells her that the men Hunter has with him are not Secret Service trained. They're mercenaries. So Victoria wants to, talk to Hunter first to see if she can talk some sense in his thick skull before this all goes sideways. Now, I myself would have said before this all goes left, but I guess that was her saying. So she leaves, and then Max lets Eli know that his wife is on the way. And he asks why. And Max says, "I don't know, sir." And then Bobby get a quick sniff out of the room when Eli goes back in and says it smells like sex in there. But I was like, "You're so stupid, Bobby. They ain't have one bit of sex." Anyway, next we see Agent Isaac trying to take Jason to his father, but Jason is putting up a fight, and they fighting down the hallway. And that's when they run into Victoria with her 2 Secret Service guys, and she tells Isaac to take him to the blue room or something like that. And Jason is saying, "Don't touch me. Don't you touch me." And Isaac is saying, "I ain't doing that." And she's like, "I am the First Lady of the United States." And he's like, "No, you're not." And she gets demanding and clenches her teeth. And it's like, "You're going to do what I say." And Isaac is moving her hand off of Jason, and her Secret Service gets involved. And the next thing you know, Jason is running down the hall, and Victoria tries to grab him. And Jason gets loose and kicks her, and she falls back. And then Isaac gets him, and Jason says he needs to see his father. And Victoria said, "No, you need to speak to me." And Isaac said, "I'll take you to see your father. Don't worry about it." And Victoria's like, "Who do you think you are?" And Isaac said, "Look, I work for your husband." And he said, he had to remind her of how he had her tased before, and she backs off as he reaches for his taser. I was laughing. I said, "Oh my God." Then she starts running the other way with the 2 Secret Service guys behind her. So now Isaac brings Jason up to Hunter's room, and he asks him for a hug. And Jason says no, because he thinks his father also tried to kill him. And Hunter tells him it was all his mother, and also tells Jason that his mother tried to kill him just like she tried to kill you. And Jason didn't believe him at first until he asked why he was in the wheelchair. And Hunter told him that Victoria was poisoning him and trying to kill him. So Jason says, "You told the press that I was dead." And Hunter says, "That was your mother." Then this part made me laugh because Jason said, "She told them I did all this crazy bad stuff." And Hunter's like, "Jason, you're my son. You did do it." You did it. And he also let him know that his grandfather knows what he did to his grandmother. So Hunter tells him that they need to stick together and bring Victoria down, because Victoria's father is coming for both of them, and tells Jason he has to trust him. Then Jason tells Hunter that, he spoke to a reporter, and Hunter says, "Yeah, I know that reporter works for me." And so Jason asks, "Is Sam working for you too?" And Hunter lies and say, "Yeah, he is." Which now Jason says, "Then Sam lied to me." And Hunter says, "Yeah, he lies a lot, but that he told Sam to lie to him." And Jason said, "I'm confused." And Hunter said, "That's okay, that's okay." And tells him to go to his room and shower and relax. And that if his mother comes near him, his new team will take care of her. Then Hunter tells Jason he loves him. And Jason says nothing. He just gets up and walks out. Now we have Simone showing up to the Oval with concern, and Eli says, "It's fine, nothing we can't handle. You should just go home." And she tells him she wants to be there, and he says, "Fine." And at that moment, Victoria comes bursting into the Oval with Bobby, who is trying to stop her. And Victoria says, "We have a problem." And Eli's like, "What is it?" And she says, "I need to talk to you in private. This is top secret." And Simone says she ain't going nowhere and that she has clearance. And Eli says, "What is it, Victoria?" So she tells him her plan didn't work and that he needs to move now. And Bobby tells Eli that Max is bringing the team around. Now, who is his team is what I want to know. I don't know. Anybody know? Put it down in the comment section. So then Max shows up and they all head up to the residence. As they leave out of the Oval, Donald and Alan are down the hall and they see this, so they follow as well. Sam goes into the kitchen and lets Richard and Priscilla know he's going up to see the President Hunter. So when he gets there and addresses Agent Isaac, Jason opens his bedroom door and Isaac asks, "Where are you going?" And Jason says, "Nowhere." So Sam hears his voice and he turns and looks over his shoulder at Jason, who's just looking at him. And Jason goes back into his room. So Isaac lets Hunter know that Sam is there to see him. And when Sam goes in there to see Hunter, Isaac stays right there with him. And Hunter asks Sam, "Did you have my son hidden from me?" And Sam said, "Yes." And he asked, "Why would you do that?" And Sam said, "To protect him from you, sir." I said, "Oh, no, he didn't." And he said, "I am his father." And Sam said, "I know, but I still needed to get to the bottom of what happened. And I am sworn to protect you." And Hunter brings up Sam having sex with Victoria and all this stuff. So Sam ignores him. And then Hunter tells Isaac to take Sam to the bunker. And Sam tells him that ain't going to happen because he is not the president. And added that he was given clear and direct orders from the sitting president. Then Isaac tells Hunter he needs to get him in his wheelchair and move him. And Sam says, "I don't think so." And he starts a fight with Isaac. And they both were getting in some good hits, jabs, punches, and flips. I'm telling you, they was getting it in. Pow, 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 pow. And as the fight is going on, Hunter somehow gets himself into the wheelchair and rolls out into the residence hall and is met by Victoria, Eli, Max, Bobby, Simone, Donald, Alan, Kyle, Priscilla, Richard, some Secret Service guys, and a slew of other folks. So Hunter asks, "What the hell is this?" And Victoria tells him, "We're having you committed." And Eli says, "I have invoked the 25th Amendment and that he will be removed." And Hunter says he's not going anywhere. And Eli tells him all of these men behind him are going to make him leave. And Hunter looks at the group and says, "What about my men?" And then Isaac comes running up behind him with a dozen or so of Isaac's people. So Eli tells the men to stand down, saying he's the president, stand down. And Hunter's laughing, saying they don't answer to you, Skippy. And Eli says, "I'm the president." And Hunter says, "No, I'm the president." And then we have Sam trying to get everyone to be cool and, keep calm heads. And we see Jason in the background checking out the scene and what's going on. Next, we have Donald also trying to calm things down, stating he's the chief of staff. And Hunter says, "You the ex-chief of staff." And Bobby tells Sam to pick a side. And I think Alan looked at him like, "I didn't know that." Anyway, then Bobby tells Sam to pick a side, and Victoria tells Hunter to give up. It's over. And Hunter says he will burn down that daggone White House before he lets her win. So then Victoria mentions her father, and Hunter said, "F your father." And Eli said, "I'm done with your BS." And Hunter tells him, these are not Secret Service behind me. These are some special forces. You guys brought a bunch of knives to a gunfight. And Victoria's like, "Hunter, what the hell is this? The Wild Wild West?" And he said, "It's about to be." And she's like, "Hunter, you can't even walk." And he said, "You made sure of that, didn't you? But I'm going to make sure you run for your life." And Victoria says, "Enough. Take him." And Hunter says, "Go." And honey, guns and bullets and things was flying and blazing and everything. And the whole episode ended in gunfire. You saw people ducking and running, and they trying to save the president, and Richard and Priscilla were running around corners. I mean, people was running. I said, "Well, who was doing all the fighting and shooting and stuff?" I was trying to figure it out. Who was with which team? It was crazy. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I don't know. For a season finale, it could have been better if you ask me. But I'm open to hear what you all got to say. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I will see you all in, I guess, a few months when the season starts back again. It's your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.